The United Nations drafted the Narcotics Convention, which was signed by all of its members, prohibiting hallucinogenic plants and chemicals. Without any real scientific research, DMT and other hallucinogens were placed in the Schedule 1 category along with heroin and cocaine. Dealers in these substances face between 7 years and life in prison, and in some countries, even death. Except in Brazil and Peru, ayahuasca rituals are now banned in every United Nations country on Earth.
Drug addiction, heroin, cocaine. I wanna be free, so free, like a flower in a bee.
I've been addicted to cocaine and heroin since I was 16 and went through many different treatment programs, and none of them worked. Basically, it just helped me go inside myself and look at why I was using. People need to know about it, and it needs to be legal. It needs to be able to go on and happen, because without it, I would be dead right now. And I know many more people would be dead right now.
We understand the problem, and it's not a case to send people to jail, but to send people into treatment.
The Narcotics Convention also banned virtually all scientific research into psychedelics and their possible clinical applications. Before the ban, some psychologists, such as author Stanislav Grof, were using psychedelics as a therapeutic tool, accessing deeper levels of consciousness to unlock traumas with very positive results.
I think it's a great tragedy of 20th century science that the original excitement about exploring consciousness and mental illness generated by the discovery of LSD gave way to establishment paranoia and repression of drug-using populations.
I asked Paul Dillon from the Australian National Drug and Alcohol Research Centre about the dangers of DMT and other hallucinogens.
We did a call out to DMT users, asking them for their experiences. Interestingly, every single caller we had emphasised that it was a drug that they were not going to use again. They found it very intense, quite unpleasant, and they really weren't prepared for the experience at all. The most harmful drugs in society are definitely the legal ones, alcohol and tobacco. Tobacco kills almost 20,000 Australians every year, and alcohol is up around the 4,000. And the hallucinogen drugs, none to my knowledge. But I suppose they're drugs that we do need to know more about. We need to know about the psychological effects. I think more research needs to be done.
The only legal scientific research into psychedelics and DMT since the Narcotics Convention was conducted by psychologist Dr. Rick Strausman in New Mexico in 1990. He concludes, amongst other things, that DMT is naturally released from the pineal gland during birth, death, and other naturally occurring psychedelic states.
The strongest drugs are the ones most like ordinary brain chemistry. The most extreme case being DMT. DMT only lasts 7 to 10 minutes, and yet it's the most profound dislocation of reality that you can undergo.
My impression was of falling forward through some kind of tube that was fluctuating. This space was filled with beings, entities of some sort, creatures made of light, and they were jumping in and out of my chest. And I thought I must have died, that this couldn't happen to somebody and come back.
You cannot go further than this into the bardo and return. The shaman is someone who has seen the beginning and the end.
It's the most challenging, enlightening, astonishing, terrifying, joyous, strange thing in the world. I don't mean to scare anyone off, but these are bizarre dimensions of extraordinary power and beauty. People should be very careful. The shaman offers an immense example of courage.
While I was making this film, Terence was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I asked if he had one message to share from all his experiences, what would it be?
Sheer curiosity is the thing that I've always let carry me along, and I have no regrets about any of this. I think it's worth the life to put these issues in front of people.
Ya conocen al chamán, por eso cuando no puede con las inyecciones, donde chamán vaya nomás a hacer limpiar.
Todo el tiempo en Ecuador es legal
para curar.
Pero otra persona particular como hobby, eso no, porque es una cosa que tiene que hacer ritual y todo por medio de un chamán. Sí, no es legal.
Otros gringos tomar ayahuasca en otros países. ¿Es bien o mal?
Bien.
Bien.
Quiere saber costumbre que sabemos tomar amazónico, chamán. Entonces, el otro país quiere tomar para mirar futuros y visiones. Nada más eso quieren ellos también.
Usually the shaman and the patient will drink ayahuasca.
Para mirar, para curar que está el chamanismo que ha hecho mal. Para mirar. Cuando es de farmacia, enfermedad, nada. No asoma. Ahí está alumbrando. Se ha hecho chamán otros. Entonces eso se saca. Entonces el enfermo va a sanar. Antes no había ni doctores ni farmacia, nada. Este Amazonas no conocían nadie. Solamente con este ayahuasca, el chamán seguía curando. Y a edad de 12 años me picó culebra. Entonces ahí yo, para hasta ahora poderoso, yo aprendí. El chamán me dijo, mi poder quiere a este joven. Plazo, 1 año en dieta yo. Solamente he aplastado banana.
Cuando él está drogado con este líquido, directamente está hablando con el espíritu. Y por este intermedio de espíritu, tiene el poder el chamán.
I felt that when these shamanic plants were used with correct preparation, guidance and ritual, they could be powerful tools for healing and personal transformation.
¿Qué se creen con la tecnología de puntas? Hechos los inteligentes. No, aquí estamos los inteligentes, los que defendemos el pulmón del mundo, la selva, el aire puro, el agua puro.
What it brings is an empathy to the destruction of the planet. You know, the cutting of a rainforest is suddenly no longer completely abstract. It's actually something you can feel and relate to. And all political change begins with a change of feeling and value.